Hey folks, welcome to the show. Here we are at BELLACINO'S. We talk about it all the time, but we don't never say a whole lot about it, so we're going to tell you a little bit about it before the show starts today. If you'll follow me, we're going to go all the way back to where we do the recording at. We're getting ready to go inside. This is BELLACINO'S of Grundy. You come on down through here with me. You'll notice they've got a lot of big screen TVs, a lot of ball games and stuff like that going on. You can come down here with your friends, hang out, drink some nice cold beverages, and watch ball games. They recognize all the local sports teams and a lot of successful teams. Here's the Twin Valley Girls, who's a state runner-up, as well as several other banners they've got from a lot of other teams in the county.
A new era of space will on the horizon as astronauts get ready to
Back here's the ladies, they're working. You ladies scared away the camera. They prepared the food for us here. We eat fairly well on each night we film record the show. Come on down through here. Summertime, even in the wintertime, if you like ice cream, this is a good place to come and get you some ice cream. They've got a wonderful selection of ice cream here. Look at these two young men sitting here. They're enjoying some ice cream at the Bella Creamery. You can pick up ice cream anytime of the day that they're open. Come by at night and pick it up. Of course, as you come through, over here is the gumball machine. This is Krieger's gumball machine. This is what he pays his rent with, his bills, his groceries, and everything. So stop by and drop a quarter in the gumball machine and help Krieger pay his bills. Here's the main lounge. People come in and sit. Here's a picture of the Garden High School 1987 state runner-up football team. Tate and Sight, a whole bunch of other teams. There's BDD Region D champs, state runner-up, Garden Green Dragon photo from '87. And you see, you got all these big screen TVs here, so you can come in and watch your favorite ball team. Come in and watch a game on Saturday night, Friday night, whatever night they've got a game on. They'll be playing on one of these screens here. Of course, they recognize all the county, several successful county teams and programs. A lot of different pictures and things. And in here's where all the magic happens. We're getting ready for the show. No need to stop. Do something entirely different this week.
Had a lot of people talk about me eating during the show last week, so I'll try not to eat.
Try not to eat during the show. Well, this is episode 2.11, 2.11, and welcome to After the Whistle. Gentlemen, how was your weekend?
Awesome.
Well, it's a long weekend.
Yeah,
we're still on it.
We're still rolling, that's right. Election day coming up tomorrow in Buchanan County. Looks like a war zone out there.
Number two's calling me.
Number two.
All kinds of drama.
Number two, Mike, right. But I don't know how it is in your community, but boy, things are heating up here in Buchanan County.
Politics, boy, it's ruined a lot of families, friendships.
Absolutely. And tomorrow, it's all going to come to a head here, not just here, but throughout the Commonwealth. And but thankfully,
Trump running this year?
Trump's not running this time. I'll probably vote for him anyhow. Write him in tomorrow. Write in Trump tomorrow.
I thought they impeached him, so we was going to vote on him again.
No, yeah. But fortunately, we're not going to be talking politics on a night show. We're going to be talking about football and everything happening.
And boys, did we just ain't no good.
Oh, we flat suck on these picks. I can tell you that right now. We bombed.
Did we get any right?
Yeah, we got a couple right. Look, we all hit rock bottom on our picks, and we'll talk about them a little bit later on.
Y'all picked Gate City too, didn't you? Did y'all pick Gate City?
Shut
To
up.
beat you all.
Did you pick Gate City?
Oh,
No.
they do.
Okay.
We're rolling with the Warriors. Warriors.
Warriors.
Oh, big game. Shout out to my peeps up there in Magna Vista, beating GW Danville this week. Big win for them.
Win for them.
Yellow school.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's take a look at this last week's games, and things are starting to finally shape up good for a playoff picture here. Of course, everything should be finalized by, I would think, even though we've got by this week or here, probably take care of it. And imagine that, the internet connection down. All right, let's take a look at some games real fast. I've got a couple here we'll look at. Craig, you
I got them,
any?
boys.
Okay, you
I got them all.
All right.
You know I'm ready.
Yeah.
Williams got one job.
Hey, boy,
Yeah.
I mowed grass today, boys.
I cut grass.
Did you push
November.
Did you push mow it or ride?
I can't. I'm hurt right now.
Yeah.
My shoulder's still hurt. I got to ride.
Yeah.
All right.
You got a lawnmower?
I had a bunch.
Where'd you get
I
that?
had a bunch. Oh, God. Here we go, wolves. Everybody's got jokes.
You jumped in that both feet.
I did. I got a good one. Oh, we don't have the games from last week. I had to get them off the computer.
No, I got them.
Who was the first one on target? Jared.
Well, I got if you want to, we'll look at the Pikeville game. Pikeville and Ridgeview.
Boys,
67,
ain't nothing to talk about
28,
there. Hey, boys, at one time when they kept posting them scores, I thought they was going to score 100.
It was getting a little bit crazy.
They said they hung with them for a quarter and a half.
Listen, they got beat by 60.
Boys, I tell you what, they've got
67, 28.
they have an offensive machine. They say
They have to be, boy. There
Boys,
at the
they
end, they were scoring at will. Like the points were just
Well, when you
changing.
got receivers from 4A South Lexington High School and 4A this.
I agree.
You know, I mean, that's tough to compete with. I don't know how they. I mean, I know it's a city school, but
it's like playing
where's
Richland.
those, those kids come from?
Like
Yeah, it's like playing
Richland.
Well, they
somewhere.
come from anywhere. They come from anywhere. And great. I mean, we can go down the line.
Oh, I meant, because
I
you
don't.
always
I bet
said
they
how
don't
good
got
they
them.
are.
I bet they don't got them like Pikeville's got them.
No, but they definitely.
No, because Richland, I think, scored 60 points in 3 games. But their schedule was brutal.
Brutal, yeah, brutal schedule.
Brutal.
The thing that I found interesting was, Atkins still got his numbers.
He did.
He run over the kickoff back.
And they said they really didn't show him over 150. I mean, he still did his
Yeah,
thing.
he still got his numbers. But man, Pikeville must be the real deal.
They said they were okey doking on him in the end zone and everything. They,
Dokey.
All right, well, we got that one out of the way.
Well, next game, guys, we got Union Abingdon. Great ball game, double overtime, and the Bears
The Bears
Pulled it out.
pulled it out.
pulled it out.
The game, I listened to the game on the.
Boys,
radio.
Union go to overtime with anybody, and you give the ball to Polar Express on the 10,
Yeah.
they're going to score. You ain't going to stop.
Yeah.
Ain't going to stop.
What did he have? He had like 2 something, didn't he?
Yeah.
Poliak.
Well, Abingdon played tough. And is that a tail? Can you look at that game? Look at the Ridgeview game.
They're
and
still
get a
playing
read off
without their
that.
tailback. They're still playing without that big stud tailback.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's still pretty good.
Well, here's the problem. What we're getting in this, and you all know, the temperature's down, the field is damp, it's cold.
Mhm.
You got to run football.
A lot of people don't want to tackle somebody.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
it is what it is, and you got somebody like Polier that can run the ball. It's hard. I mean,
Well, what does that say though? You look at the score. I don't remember what was the Ridgeview score with Abingdon? It was 41 to
41-0.
nothing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Is there
it's
something?
all about matchups.
Yeah, let's say, is it matchups or is there something else coming down with this?
But the temperature is just
Uh,
they wasn't getting pumped to play Abingdon.
yeah. No, it was a big win for Union there. I know that.
So is that still a 3-way tie in
I
that
think it's a
district?
two-way tie now. I think
Two-way?
I think it'd be Ridgeview and Union, wasn't it? Because Union's got 2 losses. Ridgeview's got 1. Is that right?
Union beat Ridgeview. Wise beat Union.
And that might be Union's only district loss.
I don't know.
Yeah, so that
Everybody gets it. Everybody
They're
wins.
co-champions.
No, we're going to tie everybody in the Mountain District over there. Everybody gets a trophy. Everybody's tied.
That sounds good to me.
There we go. Who we got next?
G-Man.
They had a tough one up at Fort Chiswell. It was 50-6.
Yeah,
I think that was like the first quarter score.
Yeah,
Because somebody said they posted up there and said, "Boys, run a clock." And there's 10 minutes left to go in the first quarter.
I tell you, Fort has fell they fell a long way in the last 4 or 5 years. I thought they was real scrappy about 2 years ago.
When Coach Tiller was
yeah,
right
probably,
after Stephen James left, Coach Tiller took over, and they did pretty good.
Yep.
And then they graduated. I guess
that's what I was getting ready to say. A good big class.
when you're looking down the line, you know what.
I think Tiller went from 0-10 to like 8-2.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were very scrappy. They were tough. They'd hang.
Had a
with
good
people.
fullback, I think, wasn't it?
And
Ended
then
up getting hurt.
since then, they've kind of fell off the radar. I don't know what's. I mean, it is. It's cyclical in football. You know, a lot of times it's a small school.
Oh, man. All right, next game, guys. Big R at Lebanon. Tough game. And
How about them Lebanon Pioneers,
Okay.
boys, leading 7-0. Richland scores, ties it at 7 at the half. That's right.
That's what the halftime score means.
Nothing. I know that. Well, it was a big. Hey, imagine Lebanon going in at halftime, 7-0. Richland.
Imagine.
Imagination. That's
Hey,
what-
boys. That's just big win for the Big
No way
R.
the coaches believed it. They didn't run out there and look at the scoreboard 2 or 3
Let's
times.
go back out there and double check. Hats off to Lebanon.
Way to show up and
Hats
play.
off to Lebanon. They showed up and played. But Big R, 28-7, wasn't it?
Was it don't here in 2 weeks? You'll see.
All right.
We'll see.
With Tazewell, I think, next.
Is that what it was next? Yeah. Tazewell, Grundy going to Tazewell, 42-18. And I talked to one of the officials I seen at a middle school tournament, and he said he had the game, and he said Grundy was there in it. Said
What
they
was his
even
name?
not mention no names. He was the one that called the 6-yard touchdown back on Yankee for a block in the back, which said it did happen 30 yards away. And, said that Grundy was in the game. And,
Grundy was game, man. That's what I.
but when you're giving up 40 some points, they give up about 50 some points the last 4 or 5 weeks. It's hard to keep an offense.
Yeah, you having to outscore everybody you play.
Yeah.
And naturally, I mean, that common sense is you got to outscore to win, but you can't get in a shooting match with everybody you play, and it's difficult. It makes it pretty hard on offense.
And Tazewell comes out with the win, 42-18. Tazewell still rolling. And, it looks like maybe Tazewell might have to travel down to Wise and play. It's a possibility. I mean, there's a lot of possibilities, and that's one of them.
Well, the Bulldogs, I mean, they got speed. You put
They
them on
do.
a good surface, boys, they can make
But
some damage.
Wise Central's got speedier.
They're speedier.
They're speedier than Tazewell.
Okay, speedier. So they're the speedier.
They're speediest of the two. Speediest of the two.
Speediest, all right.
Who we got? Hey, boys.
I learn something every day when I come here.
Hey, Virginia High and Murray.
Boys, I tell you.
Hey, Virginia High, congratulations on the beatdown.
What was
Yeah.
the score?
Something to
Whole lot.
7 or something.
Who'd y'all beat?
47-12.
Y'all picked Marion on that.
You did too?
Virginia High
No, I
was,
didn't
no,
pick
he
Murray.
didn't. No, he
Darn, I didn't catch you.
Virginia High was all over them from the start to the finish. I mean, it was never in question who was going to win that ball
I'm
game.
telling
Once it started, Marion is they're an enigma. I can't figure them out. I know they don't have a very solid football team because they're young and inexperienced, but up, down.
Who's next?
Home
Hey, boy. This was another one every time you've seen the score.
Head scratcher.
I know what is going on. I mean, Honaker beats Grundy by 50, beats Hurley in overtime, beats anything. Northwood comes into town, and Tim Johnson had them ready to play, guys. I think they might have been tied at one time.
Put 33 on
Put
it.
33 on the board.
And they weren't scoring this during all trash time.
No, this was
They
in the half.
They was getting this during regular game time.
Congratulations again, just like
Well, for Northwood, that's a
Like Lebanon.
That's a
Yes.
morale booster right there.
well,
for
that's
them.
big. I mean, the final score ended up being 49-33, but it was closer than that.
Well, there goes Coach Doug Hubbard. Gets another win under the belt for them. And boys, it's going to be hair shaving time coming at the end of Friday night between them and Hurley on who gets that final playoff.
Well, I'm telling you right now. No, Twin Springs will beat Rye Cove. The Black Diamond District will not have anybody in the playoffs.
Wow. A lot of
stuff's got to happen.
Yeah, I understand.
Grundy's got to beat Wise. Holston's got to beat Patrick Henry or Chilhowie. And Hurley and Honaker might make it.
Well, when you start relying on other people,
that's right.
You put yourself in them situations.
You don't need to put yourself in those
right.
situations.
We'll talk about that in a minute, but Honaker wins.
You got to do me.
The Auburn game.
Oh, Auburn at the Clift.
Yeah.
And it was close at halftime, 14-7, as our CEO tells us. Pistol. It was 14-7. 14-8, sorry.
14-8.
At halftime.
Or after the whistle corresponded.
There you go.
Pistol.
Said 14-8 at halftime, and
boys, I was impressed with Auburn on film. Well disciplined, run a double wing, run that triple option.
Well, what helps?
And they're big.
What helps Auburn is their schedule. When they got to play them teams up the way there in their district.
Well, they played Galax the week before.
And got beat by
a little bit more
60.
battle tested and prepared for games like this. Well, and going over to the Clift and getting a win after traveling that far, but they earned it.
Yeah, they were ready to play, they said so.
Did they eat at BELLACINO'S?
Nope, but Big Luke and Y Central's eating here Friday.
So right. He gonna come in here and show him these pictures, ain't he?
I got him on the wall.
Who we got next?
Castlewood.
Castlewood. Twin Valley visits Castlewood, and they still trying to find the football.
Yeah.
Still trying to find the football.
Yeah,
the spinner got them.
Yeah, the Panthers couldn't do anything early on. Like I said,
defensively, they said after the first 3 or 4 series that they got dialed in and kind of held them and just got wore down and gave up a few there at the end.
Just wasn't able to make anything happen. Held Castlewood scores in the third quarter, just wasn't able to. Maybe if they started the game out and contained them in the first couple 3 possessions, it might have been a different ball game.
I was once told if you don't score, you can't win. That's a wise old man back in the day.
That's well, I don't know about that because Honaker beat Whitewood one year 64-0, and Whitewood won because Honaker played an ineligible player. So Whitewood didn't score, but they won.
No, they won 2-0.
Well, technically, yeah.
Yeah. See, Honaker didn't score, so they can't win. You shut them out.
They scored 64 points.
No, in the record books it goes 2-0.
Okay.
Well, we got
the East Side. What about that one, boys?
Well, I thought I picked East Side. I did.
You did.
Didn't I? Yeah. No, there it is.
Yeah, you picked Holston.
No, he didn't. I want to rewind the show.
Yeah, me and you and I, excuse me, Miss Bailey, God bless her soul.
No, I think we need to check it. He picked East Side.
I don't know.
Yes, he did.
I'm the one who picked those. I believe I switched it at the end.
No, you didn't. All 3 of us picked East Side because we said across the board East Side.
He wrote it down.
Yeah, but he checks off the wrong ones half the time too. We don't know who's winning.
Hosting.
Well, whatever. That's
big game.
Yeah, big
boys,
game.
they beat it. I mean.
Well, we'll do a check. We'll have to go back.
I tell you what, Holston, every time we doubt them, they come through. Reckon we're gonna go start giving them some credit.
No, here's what it is. Pistol. How's Holston?
Pretty good.
Okay.
There you go.
There we go.
That's why I picked them.
Yeah, you did. That's a mess up right there.
So congratulations to Holston as they continue to roll and gonna make. Hey, that's gonna be a big game for Holston coming up this week.
Coach Patterson doing an excellent job.
That's a big game for them, man.
Well, they come a long way since that scrimmage.
Sure have. All right. Next we had the Burton Raiders.
They won big.
Oh, really?
Big.
How bad they win?
Bad.
39-6.
They pretty much took care of the Cove, did they not?
I think it's 39-6.
Yeah, 39-6 final score. Burton, right now, I'm saying they're the most dangerous team right now that you got to be keeping an eye on. Burton. You don't think so? Who is?
Patrick Henry, boys.
Well,
They
I mean,
proved it.
they're one. I mean, I'm talking about the one,
To beat a underseed.
yeah, a lower seeded team that could do some damage.
Yeah, they will beat an 8, 7, or 6 seed. Yes, if that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yes, J.I. Burton will beat a 6 or 7.
Yeah, no, I'm saying J.I.
Shock.
Burton is anybody.
Are they going to beat Patrick Henry?
No.
Going to beat your house?
That could be. That's going to
Yeah,
be
I think it's a
rematch.
possibility.
They beat them by 40.
I don't care. It's a different day, different
16-13.
time, boys.
That was the PH and Chilhowie
PH last
score.
night.
Oh, you talking about Chilhowie and Norton?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, I'm not talking. I mean, that's when they put Chilhowie and PH play in the finals. It's going to be the same thing. It's going to be 16-13, but it could go either way.
Well, I ain't saying that it won't be them two in the finals, but I'm telling you, Burton has the potential to shock one of them.
I agree.
I watch.
All right, what about the Thomas Walker? What about that one?
Boys, now you know I told y'all before y'all went on, y'all wouldn't let me change my pick last week.
No.
I was going
Here
with
we
Twin
go.
Springs.
They've already messed up one of your picks.
I had Twin Springs in, going to pick them. And
What
y'all kept on talking and you wouldn't be quiet. And I
Whatever, blame me. It
Coach
was,
Warner's gang comes in,
and it wasn't a beat. It wasn't just winning.
No, they won. They
Yeah.
emphatically won that ball.
Beat them.
Yeah,
beat
I knew
them.
they was going to.
Beat them.
I don't know why y'all.
Final score, what, something 37-13, 38-13?
Yeah.
Twin Springs.
They throw the shake up in there. And
Oh, they
Put Thomas Walker in the play right there, 35-13. And Twin Springs got Rycove this week, and they're on their way to the playoffs for probably the first time in what?
Well, after winning one game last year.
That's right.
Look at Coach Warner and his bunch.
Just
done a
like
good job.
Castlewood. I mean,
Yeah.
Coach of the Year, guys, should go in the districts. Is Castlewood and Twin Springs in the same?
Yeah.
Them two coaches right there should be Coach of the Year.
Coach Warner, Coach Lark.
Just for what they did. They went from like 1-9 and 2-8 or something to they're in the playoffs.
Now, they really turned things around. They've and Twin Springs doesn't do anything fancy. Well, Castlewood doesn't either.
No.
I mean,
Just run it right at you.
But that's what they're built to do, and that's what they do. They're getting the most out of it. And congratulations to Twin Springs. That was a big upset right there.
Congratulations. Y Central and Great City.
Big win, boys.
Boys, that's big time going into Soldier Field, ain't it?
Yes, it
First
did.
time I've ever been
Is
there.
that Soldier Field? What is it called?
Legion.
Legion.
Legion Field.
Soldier Field's Chicago
Chicago
Bears.
Bears.
Gosh, boys, I might come out of retirement.
Well, that was a good game at first. You know, they came out and got on us first, and it went back and forth. It was 21-14 at halftime, and once we got up by 2 scores, I think we kind of took control of it a little bit, and but that bunch was ready to play. They come out and they were physical.
But y'all come out, boys. I'm telling you, your kids are believing, and you're running, you're scoring points, you're holding teams to 20 points. When you're scoring points and you hold teams to 20 points or less, or 21 points or less, you're in business.
Yeah, and hats off to Central too, man. Their offensive line and defensive line got after them, and C.J. Crabtree again had 138 yards. I think the bowling kid Noah had 95 yards rushing, and Matthew Boggs had 113 yards rushing. So
Matthew Baldwin?
Boggs.
Oh.
So kind of you stop this, we're gonna do this.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
That's the team, baby.
Yep.
That's
And
the
hats off
team.
to the defense. They come through in the clutch time and secured the win.
Well, my thing is, it is football related, but nothing to the game. Did you all get to see the kid, get to see his dad for senior night?
I seen it on Facebook, but I didn't
Well, that
get to
was
see
big.
it. Yeah.
That was a good thing there before that game at Gate City, and whoever got that together, kudos to them. And I didn't know if you all got to see it or if you all were still in the locker room, which I guess if senior night, you all probably not out there.
But, Gate City much improved. Jeremy House Wright.
And it's another,
There's a
that's
bunch of
another
house rights
team
down
out
there.
there.
I seen all the
That's why
house
they're
rights.
in my 5, bud.
That's
Or
right.
my 4.
And you were 4. You didn't got 5.
My top 4.
And the
He's doing a
game
good
of the
job.
week, boys. Who'd have thunk it? We sure 3 didn't.
Well, we were just, with banged up.
Hey,
Hats
what
off
we
to
say,
Patrick
to beat a
Henry.
man, you got to beat the man.
And they beat him.
They did it, boys. They
Yeah.
did it. Happy for Coach Palmer and Patrick Henry. Kind of like what we always say, All three of us didn't think they'd pull it out in the end, but they did. And they got on them early.
And held them out.
Yeah, and
Held them
basically
off.
held them off there and was able to get the win. Got a late safety, a safety late in the game to seal the deal. Big win there. Probably one of the biggest crowds they've had watch ball game there in a very long time. And just go back and think about where PH football was a few years ago.
Congrats to Coach
Old
Palmer.
saying goes, they've come a long way.
Congratulations.
Come a long
Big
way.
time win.
Big win. They proved that one spot's theirs. All right, that's all the games we got. Recap. Any things you guys want to add to that?
No.
All right, before we break for commercial, we want to recognize our sponsors. Forgot to mention them at the beginning of the show. CarQuest Auto Parts, located in Hurley. Hurley Pharmacy, Economy Drug, Wooden Horse Grill, Grundy Auto Sales, Buchanan Therapy Services, and Buchanan General Hospital. I'd like to thank them for sponsoring the program, and of course BELLACINO'S, which we mentioned earlier in the program. We'll be back right after these messages, coming up with our peak performance of the week. All right, welcome back to the show. Thanks to CarQuest Auto Parts. Our peak performance of the week goes to young man from Honaker High School. That's right, Trevor Dye, with 119 yards rushing this past weekend against Northwood. 119 yards rushing. People think, well, I know some other kids had bigger numbers than that, but that took his career number to 4,141 yards, and he officially became the all-time leading rusher at Honaker High School, surpassing Logan Ball's previous total of 4,038 yards.
That's a big accomplishment there at Honaker. They've had some good running backs.
That's exactly right.
Congratulations, Trevor.
Honaker.
So he led Honaker. Honaker now improves to 5-4, and we wanted to recognize Casey Dye as our. She's not Casey Dye. Trevor Dye. Excuse me. I had Casey here. Dylan Casey on my mind here for a second, but Trevor Dye, recognize him as our CarQuest Auto Parts peak performance of the week. All right, fellas, now it's time for our Big Talk, brought to you by Wooden Horse Grill. Big Talk segment this week is the playoff situation and the possibility that all three of the Buchanan County teams and all four teams in the BDD may be sitting out during the playoffs.
A big possibility, guys. I mean, Twin Springs put a big damper in anybody making it, and if they can win this weekend against Rye Cove.
Where's Thomas Walker at?
They're 5 or 6. But again, I think, and this is what I brought up to a bunch of people, go back the way you used to do it. Take your 2 teams from your district, play your other. You have 4 teams in the region. And usually if you get 4 teams, you've got the best teams in it.
It's I like that idea. I know that doesn't generate a lot of revenue.
That's all it's about is money.
But at the same time, it really, you know how special it was to get in the playoffs.
I like the top 4 with the Region D and Region C and top 4. Is that what it was, top 4?
Well, we was Region 4, Division 4. And they took 2 teams, and then in another one, what was it?
It was usually 1 through 4. I know, like in 2010 they changed it, but it was like 1 through 4 because we went.
Well, we played Richlands and Lehigh. It was us. It was Lehigh and somebody, and Richlands and us. So it was 4 teams, and the winners played for the region championship to see who went to the state.
Yeah, and that's what it was for years.
Yeah.
And then the
14
money-
games, and 14 games would win state for you.
Yeah.
Your 14th game, you'd be playing the state championship.
And now
There's
they
an extra game in there.
now-
Yeah, there's an extra game there.
now they just they go back to that because boys, you get the best teams that way.
Yeah, you do. And I don't think you know, some people are going to make an argument. Well, if you're a number 5, how many times has a number 5, Blacksburg, for example, upset somebody and then go on and win it? Yeah, that has happened. But
In them upper divisions.
yeah, in the upper divisions it has.
Yeah, in
But
division
for the most
and
part, you get
AAA
down here,
and
boys.
stuff.
All right, what if that? You can sit there all day.
But
and
back
talk
then, there was
about-
only one AAA, one AA,
Yeah.
and one single A.
Yeah.
Now there's a bunch of
But
A's.
you got some of these teams that, schedule these cupcakes, and
Yeah.
they could get in the top 4.
Well, that's what we were
it's
talking
not.
about earlier.
Yeah, it is like a cupcake, but to them it's not. But if they do win, when they schedule them, they get a lot of points for that.
Yeah.
And I'll be the first to tell you, our first winning season that we had at Twin Valley, we were all excited. But guess what we got the honor of doing?
Going to Galax.
Going to Galax and playing.
Yeah.
And boys, no
You
sense in
Joe
going.
beat 'em.
Hey, all I know is we held that running back. We was the only team to hold that running back under 100 yards. He had 4 carries for 92. And boys, it was cold. And,
He
you
said he
know,
had to climb up the goalpost to get his lineman down there.
well, the thing was, we got in there and it was like 18 degrees up there. And this is when they took 16.
Yeah.
And boys, we were 16 playing a 1, and we got on that bus, and I remember Chad had it started up, and I was like, Chad, let's go. I'll get us some more water jugs. Let's just pull all that out. But guys, and it's not.
16's too many.
That was too many. And then it went to 8, and that seems to be too many right
They split the
now.
region up though. It's kind of the same, but it just was half state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Well, it's, and I've said in the meetings, and I know you guys have heard about them too, you know, financially speaking, money has to be made in order to continue to further the VHSL programs. And the VHSL is perfectly aware, you know, that 16 is too many. And in some cases, they hear the argument that 4 is too few, so they try to meet in the middle with something that's more equitable and go with 8. But even 8 is somewhat watered down.
Well, it's getting to be that way.
Yeah. And, yeah, I mean, you can have a potential upset, but rarely would you even see an 8, hardly ever an 8 beat a 1 or a 7 beat a 2. That's probably not going to happen. And,
Not around our area.
No, the days of the 4, I mean, everybody packed their bags and started basketball practice, and there was usually 4 teams that was playing football.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
it really meant something, though. I tell you, it really did. It was, and I'm not saying it doesn't mean anything today, but back then, if you wanted to watch playoff football, your choices were very limited, and you knew who the best teams in the region were. And those
right.
games were pretty daggone good.
You are correct.
And you had to earn it. But then again, you know, there were situations that arose with when you start playing with these point systems and stuff, which are not by no means a perfect situation. When you do that, you have 9-1 teams going to the house and 5-5 and 6-4 teams going to the playoffs. And so
Well, did I see it right? No, that was, never mind. Well, Zane Tester just took his shirt off
I don't reckon.
right there.
In the house.
And Zane Tester's in the house, guys, on the show today.
When I came in, he was doing push-ups out front. Yeah,
Yeah.
had a car tire on his back.
Well, that's because he sees his daddy does it at the house.
Yeah. All right, well, that's all the time we've got for Big Talk. We'll talk about it all night and never get anything satisfied or anything as far as that goes.
It's all about money.
That's right. Up next, we have our BELLACINO'S Player of the Week. We'll be right back after these messages. All right, folks, welcome back to the show. We'd like to thank BELLACINO'S for sponsoring this segment of our program. Stop by and check out BELLACINO'S in Grundy, Virginia. Pizza and grinders. They also cater, so if you got a party or something coming up, give them a call down there at what number?
935-7828.
7828. That's BELLACINO'S.
Area code 276.
That's right, the 276. All right, well, each week this time we have our BELLACINO'S Player of the Week, and this week we have a young man from Twin Valley High School, and Coach, I'm going to turn it over to you and introduce him.
All right, guys. Like I said, again this week, I think all county teams lost again, didn't they? All three county teams lost again.
Gloom, despair, and agony on me.
One guy who stood out, had a really good performance for Twin Valley High School was Mr. Xavier Ward. He had 7 rushes for 107 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 reception for 7 yards, and averaged 23 yards on kickoff return. So at this time, we're going to have Mr. Xavier on the show. Come on up, David.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, man. All right, we know it was a tough night for y'all, but you ended up with a good performance. Kind of tell us a little bit about the game and kind of what happened.
Well, it started off kind of bad, but I mean, defensively we got back at it at halftime, and we couldn't get much rolling on offense. I'm not quite sure why, but we kind of figured it out. So.
Right. Well, you had a good performance, and I know Castlewood. I've seen them in a scrimmage or two. I thought they were a really improved football team, and
They have.
and they're running that offense really well. That single wing.
Oh yeah, they run down your throat.
So, but anyway, I know you had a good performance, 107 yards and a touchdown. So that was one of the biggest nights in the county for any individual. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And coaches, you got any questions?
Yeah,
for me?
I noticed keeping up with the game as the game went on, it seemed like early on you guys didn't have nothing for them. Then you put together a couple stops before halftime, and then going in the third quarter, y'all seemed to figure out the offense pretty good and was able to contain them. Was there anything that y'all did different at halftime, or was it just took you a while to get in the groove?
I think it just took us a while to get started. Our linebacker Dalton, he keyed the ball pretty well, so he started picking up on that pretty well. So.
That single wing, man, it's hard to it's hard to figure out.
It is.
It takes you a minute to get a dial on it. So
It's assignment football when you're playing defense
Yeah.
against it. You really have to stick to your assignments. That's a fact.
That's what I was going to ask. Does playing the single wing for the first time, what did you think about it?
It was, like you said, it's tough to defend. I mean, I wouldn't try to run it. Wouldn't be bad to run. But,
Did they hide the ball well?
oh yeah, you couldn't look in the backfield
Because
it get you mixed up. That's what Dad said. We was watching the film. He said, "Don't even pay attention to the backfield." He said, "That'll get you all lost."
It will.
And it will, yeah.
But with big game coming up this week, and the season hadn't went quite the way you guys wanted it to go, but this is always a big game.
Oh yeah,
Twin
big
Valley.
rivalry.
And so, any thoughts about Friday's game?
I mean, I think it'll go pretty well. I mean, they'll run the ball right at you, so, and we kind of do the same thing if we can get our offense going. So, I think it'll be a pretty good game. So, Coach Cooper does a good job, and should be pretty good.
Alrighty, so you got Hurley Rebels coming to Twin Valley this week, right?
Yeah.
They're going up to Twin Valley. Yeah, should be a good one. I think they're coming in at 4-5, and you guys are what right now?
2-6.
But with this game, you could literally throw out the records.
Oh yeah, you could.
Because,
I mean,
it could go either way, and big rivalry game, and it should be. I know y'all be up for it, and Hurley will be up for it. So good luck to you, and
Thank you.
And good luck to you rest of the year. Well, I guess that will be the
That
last game
should
of
be
the
the last
season.
game,
So,
sadly.
well, anyway, good luck to you this week.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Congratulations.
All right, man. Appreciate you coming on.
Thank you.
We'll be back right after this. All right, welcome back to the show. It's time for our Did You Know segment, brought to you by Economy Drug in the Grundy Plaza. Stop by and check out the folks there at Economy Drug for all of your prescription needs. All right, fellas, did you know? Last week we talked about some football, from rugby to football. Got a few more football facts for you here on our Did You Know. Did you know that as President of the United States, Teddy Roosevelt threatened to ban football at one time? Teddy Roosevelt, first progressive president, elected in 1900, somewhere around there. Well, he actually wasn't elected. He took over after McKinley died, but anyhow. Teddy Roosevelt threatened to ban football unless the rules were established to ensure player safety. And the reason was a lot of players died.
They wasn't wearing face masks.
Check out the Harvard Yale players. You can go back in history and take a look at it. Harvard Yale, some players actually died during the game. Football was very, very physical. And so basically what he suggested was you're going to have to do something about the game or we're going to change it. And guess what they did to try to loosen it up? Invented the forward pass. You know, we talked about Coach Rowe and Coach Newberry.
Oh, yeah.
They invented
So
the
you went and looked that up to see who really did invent the Florida pass.
Yeah, forward pass. But they invented the forward pass because basically all teams did was just line up and ran right at each other. So they invented the forward pass to try to, keep that from happening. And today, of course, that's all they want you to do, so they don't want you to hit. Period.
So they got softer.
Yeah. It's also cut games in half. By about 10 minutes. Used to games lasted about 70 minutes long, so it saved some time off the games as well by implementing the forward pass.
I need that.
You need one of them things.
You got one of them, don't you, in there?
Also, in 1890, the huddle was introduced into football.
Oh, why'd they have to huddle?
They had to huddle because there was a quarterback, can't remember who he played for, he was deaf. So he would get the team in and they would call the formation and the play, and he did it because he was deaf, and that's how the huddle actually got started. So that's kind of interesting.
I thought you were talking about huddle software for me. I said, no, that just comes out in about 2012,
Yeah.
13.
And final note on Did You Know? Did you know the first professional football player was a gentleman by the name of William Pudge Heffelfinger. Heffelfinger was his name.
What'd he do?
He was paid $500 to play in a football game in 1892,
That's
which
good.
reminded me, did you not play some arena football?
I did. That's what we got paid.
That's what I was getting ready to say. How does that compare to arena football pay?
That got him a lot of CTE.
$500 a game.
500.
Sometimes we had 2 games a week, so that wasn't a bad week.
Yeah, it was a good week.
So
That's
plus they
heavy.
paid our utilities, so wasn't bad.
That wasn't bad. Well, first ever man to be paid was.
Did you get to play against Lorenzen?
No, I played against that other quarterback at UK. Played for Lexington, Ohio.
Couch. Tim Crouch.
Come from about Austin.
Well, did you play from Myrtle Beach?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, $500. They was paying them at in 1892, and they was paying them
Well,
in.
now I will say they played the other players different amounts.
Oh, okay.
They say
You got 500.
That's what I got.
You don't think it was all
But-
equal?
No, it wasn't all equal. No, I know that.
If it was, you got more of it.
Well, I mean, they play you on incentive base too. Like one game you might make 250, you might not did nothing. One game you might make 500. But they some
500 is the max you could have made.
probably most I could have made. They some making
Thousands.
yeah, that been in the league and.
Well, all I know is Pudge Heffelfinger was making $500 a game.
Yeah.
Maybe if you'd changed your name to Heffelfinger,
Yeah.
you might would have made more money. But that's your did you know for the week. Patriots be like, you got any more of them 117s? All right, that's it for our Did You Know segment.
Old Heffelfinger.
Now it's time for
Well,
our
how do
Stump the
now,
Creek.
next week, you're going to look up where did the name Heffelfinger come from.
That's what we'll do. We'll be back right after these messages with Stump the Creek. All right, folks, welcome back to the show. Thanks to the folks at Grundy Auto Sales for sponsoring Stump the CRIG. Here we are.
Hey guys, I looked up on Heffelfinger, and his name generated from Pudge Pull My Finger. So that's where Heffelfinger come from Pudge, pull my finger.
Okay, but, well, now we know the rest of the story. All right, each week this time we try to stump the CRIG. We ask him a question that we think that he can't answer. It's usually a question that nobody alive can answer, but we're going to see if he can do it. And so far we have failed to stump him. And here we are in season 2, episode 11. I have an envelope here that has been hermetically sealed, placed in a bank vault for the last 7 days, and was under armed security for 48 hours. Recently was delivered, and now here we have it. I'm going to open the envelope. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You have not seen the question.
No.
I have not seen it myself either. Here we go. All right, the question is, in the song Yankee Doodle, is he calling the horse or the feather macaroni?
In the song Yankee Doodle, is he calling the donkey?
Is he
Or the
calling
horse?
the horse or the feather?
Feather
Macaroni.
macaroni. Listen.
Okay.
Yankee Doodle went to the macaroni. I think the hat's macaroni.
The hat.
I just sung it, and is that the one of them?
Yeah, that's the one. That's what I'm talking about.
It's the hat.
The hat
He
is
stuck the feather in the hat and called it macaroni. Yep, it's the hat.
You need to be that kindergarten teacher.
It's the hat, boys.
So the hat.
The hat is macaroni.
So it ain't the horse.
Nope.
It ain't the feather.
Nope.
It's the hat.
Wait a minute. Nope, I'm going with the hat.
Going with the hat. All right, folks, you
Yeah.
heard it. The hat is macaroni. You'll be humming that song the rest of the day. All right, we failed once again to stump the CRIG. We'll try it again next week.
Guys, right after this Stump the CRIG here, I want to get on a serious note here, and I forgot to do this at the first, and I say that my condolences goes out to Coach Lou Perry's family
Oh, yeah.
at Tazewell, the head baseball coach there when I grew up and I played. Great guy, treated me very well. Had a lot of battles with him. I think we beat him maybe once out of thing, but our condolences here at After the Whistle goes to Coach Lou Perry and his family at Tazewell.
A legendary coach and just a
Billy Wagner played for him.
pillar within the community there. So, yeah, hats off to him. Fine gentleman, and
He sure was.
surely will be missed. All right, that's the end of our Stump the CRIG segment. Up next, we have our top 5 brought to you by Dotson's IGA in Hurley, Virginia.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Ready? All right, welcome back to the show. Thanks to the folks at Dotson's IGA in Hurley. Fine selection of meat trays, vegetable trays, fruit trays, anything that you need for, or sandwich trays for that matter, anything that you might need for your gathering or event. Stop by and check them out. And also don't forget they have the area's best selection of meat. That's Dotson's IGA located in Hurley, Virginia.
Boy, since you got some time off right now because of election year and stuff like that, go down to IGA and buy you some meat because you can't beat their meat.
Did you say erection year?
I said election year.
Yeah, I don't know about that, do you? All right, good God Almighty.
Hey, boys, I'm going to get Zane Tester on our show.
Keep on the show. We'd like to throw him in here in a minute. All right, folks, we got our top 5. I tell you what I'll do. I'll start out this week and then throw it over to you fellas. All right. Pistol, you ready?
Wait a minute.
Get ready to get on the clock here. We've got 90 seconds each. So far, I'm leading this competition, 5 million points. All right, here we go. In 2A, my number 5 team is the Big R, Big Blue Wind Machine, coming in at number 5.
Understand that.
Number 4, Central Wise Warriors. Number 3, I've got the Ridgeview Wolf Pack. And number 2, I've got the Union Bears, big win against Abingdon, picking up a lot of points there this weekend. And number 1, I've got the Graham G-Men. I still think Graham's the team to beat in 2A now, and I think they established that firmly the other night with that win against Richlands. People saying, well, what about Union? I'm saying, what about Graham? I think Graham is going to have it all together at the end of the season there. So I'm making a solid argument for Graham being number 1. Number 5 in 1A. I've got the J.I. Burton Raiders. I think they're one of those teams you don't want to play. Number 4, Chilhowee Warriors, excuse me, are coming in at number 4. Lost this week, but not a bad loss. Only lost by 3. Played a tough PA.
Probably have a chance to redeem themselves.
I'm thinking so. And number 3, I've got the NARS Green Wave. Number 2, Patrick Henry, slid them up a little bit there. They proved to me that they were very capable of holding that spot. And of course, number 1, I still have Galax. So, and I think Galax right now is the
I think Coach Tesser has them 1 in the 2A.
And I'll tell you what, in 1A, I think Galax, PH, Narrows, Chilhowee, them 4 right there, that'd be well worth the price admission any of them 4 teams playing.
You should help me, I believe.
I got 1 come in 10 seconds under.
I'm next.
Plus 10,000.
Guys, this is week 10 and 11. It's over. This week, it's over. This Friday's the last regular season game, and I'm going to go into my single A, and I got the Burton Raiders at number 5, Chilhowee Warriors at number 4, the PH Rebels at number 3, the Galax Maroon Tide at number 2, and I'm going to stick with Nair's healthy. If they get those players back, they will come out of both regions to go to the state tournament.
What about that, boy?
That's my final prediction over Galax. They upset Galax and win the region and go on to play in the state tournament. They got. I know it's going to be tough, and they got a lot of people banged up that they got to get back. But I think if they get them back, Narrows is going to be there at the end. All right, my 2A, number 5 at the end of the year, the Union Bears. Number 5.
Finally cracked it.
God, Ian. Congratulations, Coach Turner and Coach Boston. You did enough. Polier finally brought you all to in my top 5. You can thank Polier. Polier Express is the man. Congratulations to the Union Bears for number 5.
They finally made it.
Number 4, the Great City Blue Devils, boys. They've been playing good ball all year, solid ball. All right. Number 3, the Ridgeview Wolfpack.
Yeah. That's where I
Still playing good. They, like I said, played Pikeville pretty decent for a while. Number 2, the hottest team in the state of Virginia, I think, right now, the Y Central Warriors. Warriors, hoo, hoo. The hottest team, boys. You know, I mean, we thought it was going to be the Big R and everybody. Big R's already up there, but Y Central is on the verge of going to make somebody pay. And I hope they keep it up. They're the hottest team right now in football. The most talked about team in football right now is the Y Central Warriors, number 2. And my number ones is the Big R and the Graham G-Men tie. The formula's still in there, boys.
So you have top 6.
Well, the ones.
So Union, you're really 6.
But I'm telling you right now, guys, these 2 teams, to me, might be playing in that final game for the region championship.
Who's that?
Richlands and Graham.
So you saying they got us if we got them?
Now, here's what I'm saying. If one of these 2 teams not in there, my belief is Y Central will be in there playing Graham. Come on, Big R.
All right, you went over 49 seconds over. It's minus 10,000.
My ones.
All right, going with 1A. My number 5 team is the John I. Burton Raiders coming in at number 5. They're still rolling right now. Number 4 is the Chilhowie Warriors. They slid back to the 4 spot from the number 2 spot. Still going to be there in the end, though. Number 3 is the Gnarls Green Wave. Number 2 is Malibu Marks, Patrick Henry Rebels. And number 1 in 1A is still Galax, and they're rolling.
He and I picked the same top 5 in 1A.
He and I lived in a lone little world.
Number 2,
They picked the
2A.
same darn teams.
No.
What'd you pick?
Yeah, 2A. I got the Union Bears hanging on at number 5 in my poll.
Number 5.
Number 5.
No love for the Bears.
None.
Number 4, I got the Richlands Blue Tornadoes coming in at number 4. Number 3, I still got the Central Wise Warriors. Number 2 is the Ridgeview Wolfpack, and number 1 is Tony Palmer, and still rolling, and he will be there in the end, and the Graham G Men.
That's pretty good, boys. 103. You 1 second past
He
me.
and I lived.
I give myself 10,000 points. You was 1 second slower than me.
I won.
I give you 4 points.
I won.
Well, real quick. My ones are Graham and Galax. Your ones are
Graham and
Graham and
Galax.
Galax. Your ones are NARS.
No, Richlands.
Richlands and Graham and Nurse.
Okay.
Hey guys, I got an update here. AOC, what's her name? What's her?
Articles of Confederation.
No, what's her name? That's a senator or something, or whatever she is. What's her real name?
Acacia.
Acosta, whatever. She said, make sure you check your pay stubs this week for that extra daylight savings there.
That's right. Get that extra. Here's something that puzzles me now that we're on this. What happens if you're working the night shift?
You get
All right, and it
bent
gets
over.
2 o'clock,
You working?
and the clock goes back to 1 o'clock.
You still? It's at 1.
Do you get paid for that extra hour?
Nope.
You ever thought about that?
Yeah, I worked at Food City during that time at night stock.
So you work from 2 o'clock.
It was the longest day ever working hoot out shift. I was stocking when I was in high school. Me and Arnie. Y'all remember Arnie?
Oh, Arnie, yeah.
Lives up there at the Zip Through.
Sure
What if
do.
he bought them magazines all the time,
I
living
doubt
there beside of
I
them?
kind of doubt it. Not him. All right, that's it for our IGA Top 5. Up next, we've got our Buck General Pigskin Prognostications. We'll be back. We'll be back. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
That's what it is.
All right, y'all ready for your picks? You got the games?
I got them. Testosterone got them today.
All right, folks, welcome back. Thanks to Buck General Hospital. They sponsor our pigskin prognostications here this evening. And we'll get straight into it, gentlemen. Let's take a look at last week's results, and they were horrible. Tester, let's see here. You missed 1, 2, 3. Tester missed 3. He was 11-3. It's not a bad run. You've been fairly consistent. I was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good God. I missed 5, so I was 9-5. And Krieger, you missed 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
So Krieger missed 4, so he was 10-4. So nothing has changed as far as our position in the end, other than who's in first and what's in second, and I don't know's on third. My overall record now puts me 9-5 this past week. 9-5 will put me at 83.
You're buried.
Yeah, and 33. Krieger, you was 10-4 this week. At 10.
It's over. Look, congratulations to Coach Tester for winning because the picks this week are all going to go the same.
87-29.
0 upsets for this weekend.
And Tester, of course, you got 11 correct. Add that to your 78. That's 89 you have so far. So the only one that can theoretically catch you is him, I would think. I don't think I've got a
He's
chance.
2 up on me, but it's not going to happen this week, boys.
So we'll see. 89-27. You're 77 and 25, and I'm 83 and 33.
We'll go back and check.
Oh, excuse me. I said you're 87 and 29. Excuse me.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm pretty sure he picked East Side there.
We'll have to rewind the show.
Verify that. All right. Well, let's get straight into it and see what we've got going on here.
Let's see, boys. We got the first game on tap. Is Patrick Henry at Northwood.
Huh.
Let's go PH, baby.
Patrick Henry.
PH has got this. I mean, they Northwood.
They played good this week.
They
Battled with Homeacre.
struggled.
Probably rest some of these players.
Be a good opportunity for PH to possibly heal up, but at the same time, Northwood's going to give them everything they've got. But I just don't think they've got enough to match up with.
Oh, here's an interesting one. Holston at Chilhowie.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about earlier. I think that's going to be it's definitely going to be a big game for Holston. But I'm going to go ahead and pick this one. I'll take Chilhowie.
I'll take Chilhowie too.
Well, somebody y'all gotta go for some upsets.
There ain't none this week, but
You taking Chilhowie, Coach Tester?
Yeah.
You sure you don't want to take a chance?
No. Good.
Okay. All right.
all right. Ride Cove at Twin Springs.
Twin Springs.
Twin Springs.
With the way Twin Springs is playing,
And I had them last week, but you wouldn't stop long enough for me to change my pick.
I'm going to take them Twin Springs. I think they're starting a playoff spot in the face now.
They're playing for something.
Yep.
Playing for that spot, boys. Let's see.
That's going to be big for them.
Yeah. All right. J.I. Burton at Thomas Walker. J.I. Burton.
Burton's, I don't know what happened last week. It'd be interesting to find out if there was anything going on. I mean, I don't want to take anything away from Twin Springs, but that was, it was just a shocker the way it materialized. That game ended up playing itself out.
All right, you come in.
We're sitting here watching ourselves. Burton and I just don't think Thomas Walker can hang with Burton. I still say Burton's deservedly in the top 5.
You are correct. All right, next game will be Royal Retreat at George Wythe.
That'll be a good game.
GW.
You going with GW?
I guess.
Well, I tell you what, boys, I need points, so I'm gonna take a long shot here, and I'm gonna go with Royal Retreat. Who you got?
George Wythe.
Okay.
All right, we've got next game Castlewood at Eastside.
Castlewood. That'd be Castlewood. Who you got, Coach?
They got a little drama going on over at East Side right now. I'm gonna go with Castlewood. They got some
What's going on?
rumblings going on. I don't know. I've just heard some rumblings over there this week.
Is all their players playing?
I don't know.
I'm gonna take Castlewood. I just feel like right now they've got a little bit more momentum than Eastside does. Eastside, I think, could really, if they get to slinging the ball, they might cause a lot of trouble for Castlewood. But I'm gonna go with Castlewood. Who you got?
All right, East Side.
It's from last week, and we're buffering.
We're buffering.
Let's go.
Who you
All
got
right,
there?
I gotta go with Eastside.
Eastside.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Eastside. That's a good chance to
Game.
gain one.
All
Because
right.
like I said, I think it's both equal. I mean, anybody can win, but we'll see. Hurley at Twin Valley. Hurley Rebels.
What are you doing? I ain't picked yet. What are you doing?
I'm pretty sure.
Here
Bulls.
Here we go. We're gonna be doing this shit,
They
baby.
got to regroup and get ready to play a tough Twin Valley team. Twin Valley can be ready, but I'm riding with the Rebels.
Riding with the Rebels. Boys,
You already write that down.
I wrote it down.
Here, let me have that pen.
Have I ever picked against
Let me
them?
have that pen. There we go.
Thank you. He just tell him what you put.
Twin Valley.
Yeah, I'll pick Twin Valley. I'm gonna stick with them in this one. Hope they can maybe get up for this ball game and make something out of it.
I'm going with the Rebels, guy.
At East Side. I'm going with East Side.
Well, that's a big
I know?
Holston at East Side.
Yes. East Side boys playing.
I'm going to roll with Mike Rose.
I am.
Do That's what he said. I knew once before you said that. Come on. East side this week, baby.
Did he actually rewind that once?
He sure did. He played it over again. And after further review,
The ruling on the field is overturned. Coach Tester picks Eastside Spartans instead of the Holston Cavaliers.
and that makes his overall
Well,
record.
I mean, I wasn't going to argue with
88.
what he had down there.
Boys, before it said it, I knew that he said going with my buddy Mike Rhodes.
88 and 28.
He's one down.
So now he's only, Krieger's only one behind.
That's right.
So now it's within the realm of
All right,
possibility.
Honeacre at Ridgeview.
Boys,
Northwood put 33.
I'm gonna
Atkins, maybe.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here, boys. I'm gonna take Ridgeview. I'm gonna go out on
I'm
a
going
limb.
to take Ridgeview,
I'm gonna take
too.
Ridgeview in this one.
I might try to go 2 up here and take Homeacre.
Yeah.
Who you got?
You do
Give
it.
me the wolf pack.
Wolfpack.
All right. Y Central at Nelson Memorial Field. You can go ahead and put mine down, too.
I'll lead the charge on this one. I don't think Grundy's had the season that they thought they were going to have. I know they started out, with a lot of momentum, and it seems that things have caught up with them. I think Y Central is just like Coach
Hottest
Krieger
team in
says, they're
football,
hot right
baby.
now, and it's not a team you want to be playing if you're Grundy. And I'm going Y Central.
I'm going with Y Central. They've been averaging 50-some points last 4 or 5 weeks. Grundy's been giving
Grundy's a
up
dangerous
50.
team now.
They're going to
I'm
stop
give
here
them
and eat,
props.
buddy.
Hey, they got some players you got to kind of
They do.
be aware of. You got Scarberry there, 50 on defense that
Very good football player.
we probably got to run away from. So, but they got some. Like I said, they got some players and they got some. It's one of them games that you don't want to just ride into it and say
Oh, you don't want to overlook them. That's
overlook them. And
yeah.
like I said, I think they'll play us tough from the start. But I'm going with the Central Wise Warriors to pull away.
All right.
All right, guys, we've got Perry McClure at Nares.
That's used to be a
Coach
really
Tester knows Perry McClure. Are they still got them horses like that?
I don't think they do.
I
What's
know.
their record anyway?
I don't know, boys. I mean, they're usually pretty decent. I'm going with the Nares Greenway. I'm telling you, it's there. It's always a cycle, and I think that cycle's at Narrows right now.
I'm going with Narrows.
I think they've got just like Coach Krieger said, it's right now. The ball's in their court.
That's right. All right. Virginia High at Ernie Hicks Stadium, guys. Big game. Boys, their last couple games, this has been a brutal schedule for the Big R. But I'm going to go with Richlands. Big R, boys.
Who is it they're playing?
They're playing Virginia High, coming off that big win last week. But I'm going to take the Big R, boys. I'm riding with.
Boys, I tell you
I
what,
might give you a change.
after that Lebanon game, and the way Virginia High played last week, I'm calling the upset of the year. I'm calling it. I got to get a win somehow or another. I'm going to pick Virginia High.
Well, tough game, boys. Tough game.
I think, maybe with that speed, they might be able to make something happen. Lebanon did there for a half.
I kind of hope you're right. Because, like I said, Richland's a team you don't want to play in the first round. But I'm going with Richlands.
What you're saying is,
Going
point.
Richlands,
Yeah.
Big R. The
Big
boys, I
R,
can't believe I
baby.
picked that.
Lebanon at Tazewell. And Grant, boys, that's a big game.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, I'm going with Tazewell, but not barely, because I'm on the Tazewell train right now. I think they honor Lou Perry at the ball game, I feel like, and the emotion's going to be going, and that's going to pull them through. Lebanon's playing good football right now.
I'm going with the Bulldogs, big.
I think Tazewell's got a lot of speed that Lebanon's going to have a tough time contending with. I think the emotional roller coaster that Tazewell will probably be up. I expect him to honor and recognize Coach as well. But Lebanon surprised us last week, so I'm gonna pick Lebanon in this one.
All right. Marion at Mitchell Stadium.
14 usually.
Okay.
Speaking of Mitchell Stadium, guys, go on to Facebook or on the internet and vote for Mitchell Stadium as the best stadium in the.
I think they done won.
Did they?
I thought I seen something that said they won.
Okay, well, then they already won. But I'm going with the G-men.
Who they playing?
Murray.
G-man. Well, I went against the grain all night, but I ain't going against them. I'm gonna pick Graham in this one. Marion, they just don't have anything to bring to the table that's gonna.
Graham.
All right, going to John Battle at Union Station, boys. Polier Express will roll again. Union Bears, they cracked the top 5. They're ready to go, baby.
I got the Bears.
I got the Bears as well in this one. I think they've just got too much manpower. Plus, getting ready for playoffs.
And that's all she wrote, boys.
All right. Well, what do y'all think?
I got one chance to catch it.
Is there a game on the schedule this week that could really shake things up if there's an upset?
There will not be no upsets.
Virginia Wise.
They will not be an upset.
Richlands.
Virginia High, so Virginia Wise.
If Virginia.
Zero upsets.
But
Zero.
If Virginia High was able to win this game, they would.
If my pawpaw had them, she'd be my mama had them, she'd be my pawpaw. So they ain't zero upsets.
All right.
And Castlewood and Eastside's equal, so either team that wins there, it's not an upset.
No, I'd agree with you. It's not an upset. Not an upset. Holston beats Chilhowie. Would that be an upset?
Yes.
I think it would be.
Yes.
What does Holston have to do to beat them?
Chilhowie not come.
Is that the only chance?
The only chance.
Yeah,
All right.
I think it'd
Only
be
chance
tough.
they got?
Yeah, I think so.
It's tough.
All right. Well, consider the gauntlet laid down.
Well, I take that back. They could be one upset that could happen, and that's Rye Cove and Twin Springs. I think Twin Springs is playing the better ball, but I do think Cheyenne and Rye Cove has a chance to beat Twin Springs with those two running backs.
I think it's, yeah.
So I don't know if I can consider that an upset. It's about like Castlewood and Eastside, but Rye Cove has a good chance.
That could be a really fast game.
Well, that
Both
game
run
right
ball.
there has a lot of effects on who makes these playoffs and not.
Yeah, a lot of people be watching that game. Not literally watching it, but watching the score.
Watching the score of that
Watching
game.
the score to see what
Hey,
happens.
boys, Zane Tester has made his way to the front. Oh, he
Come on
led.
down, Zane. Come on down and get on the show.
Show us some push-ups your daddy taught you.
All right, you fellas have anything else?
Hey, boys, football's coming to an end. It's getting ready to be at dribble time.
Yeah, getting close to round ball, but we're also getting close to playoffs, the most wonderful time of the year, boys.
There he is. Zane Tester is in the house, guys. He owns BELLACINO'S. Zane, do you want to say something to people?
You want to say anything, everybody? He's hid over in the corner again. All right, you got anything?
I'm good.
Good.
All right, nothing else. Till next time, I'm Coach Moore.
Coach Tester.
Coach Krieger.
And we're out of here.
Takes the snap, short drop, hits the quarterback.